Okay, I'm back, and I had an idea for some videos. And first of all, why am I doing these videos? Well, because I like doing it. And once I moved out here to the country and got away from my gym that's in California, sometimes I have a little extra time, and I'm like, you know what, I'm going to share some of my experiences. So I've thought about some things. Time under tension, you're only as strong as your weakest link. Easier to stay in shape than to get in shape. Doesn't matter how much weight you can lift, it matters how much weight you look like you can lift. Most injuries happen in the eccentric phase of an athletic movement. Six-pack of abs versus functional abs. So that's just a few things that I think about. And so I thought, you know, I'll pick one of those and maybe expand a little bit on it. You're only as strong as your weakest link, okay? And believe me, I've done all this stuff. Okay, I've been in this game a long time, and I used to sit, you know, doing a lat pull down, and this was before they had the little things to put your knees under and kind of hold you in. So I would have my workout partner hold my shoulders down, and I'd put straps around my wrists so that I could pull down whatever it was. If I weighed 160 that time, I'm trying to pull down 240. Well, 240 pounds pulls up 160 pounds. But then I started thinking, okay, maybe if I don't have the strength in my wrists or my hands to pull that down, maybe it's not a great idea. Hence the weak link. So we probably need to strengthen some of those muscles up so that we can actually do that. The other thing is, you know, you never want to compensate body mechanics to be able to lift a heavier weight, because you're going to end up hurting yourself, because that weak link is you're going to find the weak link. Whether it's doing a chest press and you go too deep, and now you know you've put too much stress on your supraspinatus, and you push and you tear something up, okay, because you went too deep, because the chest wasn't able to do what it's supposed to do, and that is move the dumbbell or barbell or push-ups, whatever you're doing, it doesn't matter. So you're only as strong as your weakest link. So what I try to do with my people is not have a weak link, because that's what makes a body, in my opinion, very balanced and functional and work. So I'm only going to talk about weak links today. Here's a good example of what would be maybe a weak link. Okay, I have people do a push-up from a stability ball. All right, they're here. Okay, that's weak link. All right, weak link in the shoulder joints. All right, they're not able to support the body weight. All right, so what it should look like is that. Okay, lower back does this. Okay, weak link in the abdominal, in the core, because the core is not able to hold the hips and the glutes in alignment. Weak link. I guess I could lay on here real quick, and hopefully you can see me, because I just do all this by myself. You guys are just on a tripod right now. That's it. So, but here, okay, so here, boom. What I see sometimes is, whoa, whoa, and they fall right off the ball. Okay, so again, weak link. Now, to get more advanced in that, you can do things to make it more advanced, but I can also take that progression down, keep the hands on the floor, and so that but what happens is the weak link then is either, you know, one side of the body is too tight, one side's too weak, so then it pulls it out of alignment. I used to train a lot of runners. I've trained Olympic athletes, runners, swimmers, and it's so important that their body works in unison and that everything's balanced. So again, you're only as strong as your weakest link. Strengthen the weakest link, all right? And you'll be a much better athlete, fitness professional. You'll be better at everything you do, whether you're, you know, sitting in an office chair all day, but now you're weak link, you're sitting up tall and you're contracting your abs, and you're not hurting your lower back. All these things, all right? So, I don't know. I try not to ramble, because I know you guys get bored. I get bored when I watch YouTube videos. So I hope this wasn't too long, but it gives you some little bit of information, and I'll come back and pick another one of those things we talked about and see what happens. All right, thanks guys.